I've certainly heard for the last 10 years the constant debate between technologies. We need to stop the debate between technologies. We need every clean technology there is. Every single one. That's renewable energy and nuclear energy, which Kirsty, I'm sure, will talk about as well. The second area for inclusivity is to do with companies in the energy sector. As I sit back now and look at companies that are in the sector, I'm amazed. They're companies that would never have imagined would be part of the energy sector. They're software businesses, half of them. They're human behavioural businesses. So there's lots of startups that are really exciting, but we need to also include the big old players as well. We are not going to get the energy we need for the future without the oil and gas industry, for example. They've got the financial strength, they've got the engineering strength, the scientific strength, etc., and the global reach. They've absolutely got to play a major part. So we can't exclude them. We've got to include them, but we've certainly got to expect them to get up and step to the plate way faster than they are today.
Very quick comment on what the UK has done, I think, with the net zero by 2050. Great leadership, great ambition in terms of setting a direction. And what that provides to companies like us and to the market is a clear focus area where we can invest our money and understand, where can we go, where can we help in this journey with a lot of confidence. And I think it's something that has really got the whole country together behind it, which is very exciting to see. Big challenge, but a lot of exciting things happening.
There's about 6 modern industrialized economies that have fully transitioned from fossil fuels. And Norway is very fortunate with all of its hydro, of course, Iceland with geothermal, and the others, Brazil, Sweden, Switzerland, and France, have decarbonized through a combination of nuclear and renewable energy. There isn't a single country in the world that has fully transitioned, modern industrialized economy that has fully transitioned only with variable renewables. In fact, we see the opposite happening in Germany, where they're phasing out their firm baseload clean power in favor of coal. And actually, the most recent example of that energy transition is Ontario, where they've completely phased out coal, and they've done it through a combination of nuclear renewables. And guess what? That's what we're doing here in the UK. Very successfully. We've reduced our overall reduction in emissions over a 5-year period is the greatest of any other European country, thanks to a combination of nuclear and renewables. But that's not well understood. And so here I am banging the drum about nuclear technology.
Adam, very briefly, you're all about coming out from the ground. So why does Extinction Rebellion want governments to do things? Why don't they say, actually, this is what businesses should be doing? You said you want good capitalism. Are they right? Is it still up to, is that what you want? You want a government to say, hi, government, listen to me and do this?
Well, it's a very good question. I can refer to my own personal experience that we've basically tried other ways of doing this. We've tried the behavioural change approach. They're very much grassroots, bottom up. And anybody that's worked in that industry, and there's one in the audience looking at me now, knows there's a technical term. It's bloody difficult. All right? That's number one. The businesses, what happens is you get some leaders who lead, but then everybody else just doesn't bother. But the key thing that government can do, not only can it change regulation, but it's where it spends its money. And actually the question refers to that, because actually I'm personally, and I would actually also say, and Summit was doing a good job of trying to create a journalistic kind of like, good guy and bad guy. But Extinction Rebellion doesn't have an opinion on nuclear, and neither do I. But what I do have an opinion on, personally, is where we spend our money. And the billions of pounds that we spent on Hinkley could have been spent on basically nurturing a rapid decarbonisation of the rest of the grid, using demand side, using decentralisation, using battery storage, all of these things, which actually most of the technologies are out there, they're working. And so, but government has the unusual opportunity of where it basically puts the policy and where it spends its money.